Got a request today to do a video, a member video, giving my thoughts, my updated views on Hex and Richard Hart, the Richard Hart situation. What do I think is going to happen? Well, I'm going to see the movie this Friday in Charlotte. So I'll be at the theater this Friday to see it. Here's what's next for me. I want to see some type of tie-in. That's what that's like what I'm hoping for. Like, and hope is like, hope is for the hopeless. But I'm hoping for some type of tie-in where it's like, oh, okay, like maybe it ends and it's like a, to be continued type vibe. I'm hoping for something like that. But if not, I'm gonna say I think what he'll end up doing is what would he do? I think he would fight. Now, only way he wouldn't fight is if he doesn't really have money like that. That's the only way I think he wouldn't fight. And another thing I think what he might do is another thing that I'm considering I'm blocked so I can't go to it. Is he might just ignore it because I seen his tweet earlier and he's just like not even acknowledging that shit. So maybe he just ignores it and watches it go away, which is exercising his right to remain silent. So I don't know. Maybe he just ignores it. Now, as far as the charts go, let's look at Hex. So I got both of the pairs on here. E hex, P hex. So they move together, But right now I want to quiet this one down so I can see. And this is the lowest it's been. Damn. I'm so close to saying I'm gonna just buy the shit. Like, I'm so in it. I might as well just keep buying it, yo. For half of a cent, man. Like, yo, you can get $1 million for 5K. I mean, do I keep DCAing Hex and staking that shit for like at this point, 3 years? I mean, that's what I did last night. I didn't buy any, but I had a stake to end it. And I'm like, man, this isn't worth shit. Might as well just restake it. Restaked it. 2026. Let's keep the ladder going. And hope that when it gets to that point, we'll have some clarification. And what I notice here is we look in the liquidity pool. I'm not sure how long this has been like this, but I haven't seen it flip like this. And I don't think I ever seen it flip like this. 700K, I'll say sell side liquidity, 888K buy side. So there's more. There's not that much X in the pool. So I mean, that's pretty. I mean, I sound like a cult member being so blind. Like, come on, man, it's over. That's what reality is saying. Man, this shit is over, yo. It's done. But I know what happened with XRP. I mean, if he goes to like I said, it's gonna go to a trial, right? If it goes to a trial, I can't see anyone saying, I'm not sure if I think it's trial by jury. I'm not sure. But I can't see anyone being like, oh yeah, this guy's a scammer. After watching all the videos of him, like, if you go back and watch Richard Hart's videos, you can't, I mean, you could, but it'd be pretty hard to come out saying he's a scammer after watching his videos and his content, yo. It's like, you can only say he's a scammer from the outside. And that's who you usually hear. People from the outside, they're usually the ones saying that he's a scammer. Like, people that don't watch his content, they just look at him and be like, oh, hear him say one word, look at his outfit and be like, oh, that's a scammer. But if you sit down and watch, like, just sit down and watch, pick one stream, just pick a stream, click on a stream and watch it. And he's kind of like a superhero, and that's why, I mean, because I had listened to something from him the other day. Somebody had played. Matter of fact, it was yesterday. I was listening to the space with Eric Wall and those guys. And Crypto Ram played a clip of Rich. I'm like, oh damn, I forgot all about. Like, I had forgot I've been shitting on him, like kind of started shitting on him for a while, and I'm like, oh damn, yo, dude was pretty cool dude. Kind of like he dead. Still talking about him like he's dead. But yeah, I can't see any group of people coming out the end of a trial, seeing his content, seeing what he stood for, and being like, oh yeah, this dude, he needs to get that money back, or he needs to be put in jail. And the people saying he's going to jail, like, I think that's a reach, and that's scary. But I don't think he's going to go to jail. And if he went to jail, I would think that might make. I mean, Hex is a strong community, man. I kind of want to double down on the shit, man. Like, it's hard for me because I got that Big Connect stench on me. You know what I'm saying? I got that Big Connect stench. People gonna be like, oh, of course he's in it. You know, I hear that, get that all the time. Of course he's in it. People don't realize that, I mean, one reason you should follow me is, bro, I get in shit early. I got in Hex over here. You know what I mean? I got in Hex at the beginning. I captured all of this. We gonna go ahead and say from the bottom. I captured all of this. Sold every time it went up, I sold some. Let's see what this is. This is a, 1,000,000%. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna measure from here. 400,000%. And even now it's still up 5,000%, which is, but I'm looking at this chart, man. And this is like, people are comparing it to Luna. I'm like, yo, this is not Luna, yo. Luna went to zero. This thing is still up. And it's cheap. Like, I'm kind of goddamn FOMOing a little bit. I'm kind of FOMOing. Because I'm like, man, you can get a lot of Hex right now. Considering where it was and like how expensive it was, you can get you a good bag of Hex. It's getting to that point where I'm like, man, I could double up again. If I really, and it's oversold. Like, I'm looking at this thing. I don't want to cause any FOMO. I don't want to say I'm FOMOing. I kind of am a little bit, because I'm like, man, like half a penny. I mean, it could go lower, but I'm gonna just keep on. I feel like I'm gonna just keep buying it. Maybe not a lot. Like, I might buy like 1,000,000 Hex, but I think ultimately, he'll probably fight it, or he'll either fight it or ignore it. I don't see him settling. He might, but in the end, I think it's gonna be okay. I think the only thing is it's gonna be a while. That's the one thing, and I'm glad that I got stakes going. Like, if I buy some Hex and I stake it, it's just gonna be on top of a ladder that I already been doing. So it's not like I'm staking. I'm sitting here, do one stake, and now I'm sitting here waiting 3 years for my money. Like, I'm getting Hex stakes every week anyway. I'm already getting a Hex stake every single week from now until 2027. Now, well, end of 2026, and it'll be 2027 in a couple weeks when I keep going. So I'm in Hex, bro. And the only way is if it goes to zero, which I just don't see that. The only way I see that happening is if he goes to jail and they take his keys and they market dump that shit. Just keep on dumping it. And even if they do that, like, they'll eventually sell out. It's kind of funny how, like, crypto is. Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna go away. And that kind of makes me want to double down on it and stick it to the SEC. That's where I'm at with it. And I literally just did it. I just bought 500,000 on ETH, and I'm bridging over some now to buy it on Pulse. And fuck it. I think at least, like I say, at the very least, I'll make my money back over the stake. When the stake ends, I'll at least get I think at these prices, I think the only way is if it like rugs and it just goes to zero, which I just don't see that happening. I don't see that happening unless he like goes to jail forever and they take his keys and they just sell forever. That's the only way I see that happening. But I think within 3 years, this should have been done played out, and we'll see we'll know where we're at. Let's move on here.